Ladies and gentlemen, I now have acquired proof that the FBI's official story is false, whether knowingly or unknowingly. We're going to have an entire monologue and talk about a lot of these things after I show you this, but if you take nothing else away from this video, you need to see this.
And in that video, you can see the same repeatedly the bullet coming down, and it does line up with the actual gunshot itself.
So this video was created by a friend of mine who is a Marine. You'll see him here at the end. This is the angle he is showing the shot coming from, showing where Charlie was sitting, and the angle of the shot, which will correspond with this video here, which unfortunately we will blur out Charlie's face, but we will show what is necessary to prove that this was an entry and exit wound. So you'll see him circle the highlighted area right there, and you'll see the exit wound corresponding after, split second after, as it would from an entry and exit wound. So in this footage, you can clearly see that Charlie is shot from his back right, and there's blood splatter coming out of the entry wound immediately after a shot. The first arc is kind of down, as if it's just gushing out from the entry wound, and then the second shot corresponds with when his head kind of snaps forward. That fluid then flips up in relation to that motion, so you can see there's that second splatter flipping up into the air. This is something that I hadn't seen to this date. I saw this for the first time late in the evening yesterday, and I decided that this needed to be put out immediately because no one that I know of is talking about this. So big shout out to my friend who actually found this and created this video. You'll see him here in just a moment, but let's just one more time look at this shot. You see bullet comes in that circled area. You have the blood splatter go down, then up, and then immediately after, you see the exit right here with the skin being pierced, and then the exit wound emerges. And again, that is not a far distance for a bullet to travel, whatever the caliber is, whether it be 5.56, 308, 30.6. It's not even a debate at this point. It doesn't matter what caliber killed him. What matters is that the official narrative is not true. Again, whether the FBI knows or not that they're lying, but this is 100% conclusive evidence that Charlie Kirk was shot in the back of the head, and it exited through the front of his throat. All of the evidence points to Charlie being shot from his back right. Now, including this little blood splatter that we can see here against the white backdrop, the extreme hemorrhaging from the front of his neck, which again corresponds with an exit wound, the extreme loss of blood. No matter what the caliber is, that distance, that amount of meat is not enough for most bullets to expand. I mean, 99.9% of bullets will not expand in that short distance. Most of them require 12 to 14 to 16 inches even sometimes of tissue to expand properly. Also, Charlie tensing up correlates and proves that he was hit in his spine. It's a spinal injury. Any of the game that I've shot in the neck or in the high vitals where you impact the spine, the game usually drops right in its tracks because you sever the spinal cord. This is again exactly what we see with Charlie. He tenses up. His head movement also correlates with being shot in the back of the head. His head snaps forward, and then he tenses up, and you see him fade away, drop the mic, and was absolutely traumatizing video footage. And I'm sorry to have to show you guys this again, but this needs to be seen and talked about because this is going to be suppressed in the algorithm. So make sure you share this with any of your friends, your family members. Save this video, whatever you need to do. So this video was actually provided to the channel by a friend of mine who is a Marine, and I forgot to show you the end of the video here. So this is my friend who actually made the video. I want to just give him a shout out. I will link his socials down in the description below. Again, he is the one who brought this to my attention.
Okay, so the stage in the same Trump-owned 2009 beauty pageant. And so you dig deep on Erica Kirk, and you find out that she did the Miss USA thing, the Trump Miss USA thing. Another thing about her past. She, apparently her mom, they moved to Phoenix because her mom got involved with the government. She got a job with Homeland Security and the Department of Defense. So there's links between her mom and the U.S. government.
Charlie, I love you.
Erica Kirk, Arizona.
So that's her at a Trump Miss USA pageant. She did one in 2009. I think she did one in 2012. This is her at the event. Trump owns the Miss USA pageant. It's Erica Kirk, Romania. This is what I just told you about. Romania probes Israeli adoption agency link in organ trafficking. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, that's the other thing. She has told a story about how her and Charlie met. I don't remember all the specifics, but it was something like on a plane to Israel or in the airport.
That's where I disagree with Charlie. I hate my opponent.
The $12 million fortune Charlie Kirk leaves his wife and kids following shooting. Nearly $5 million raised for Charlie Kirk's family following assassination as Turning Point USA sees upwards of...
About Jeffrey Epstein. This guy's been talked about for years. And people still talking about this guy. I disagree. That is unbelievable.
I was definitely trafficked. Romanians adopted as kids now seek justice, answers as adults. Then we've talked about to this point are more or less within the realm of not insane. Now we're getting to the sort of stuff that the flat earth community, there are certain theories that they are gravitating to about the shooting, and we're going to walk through some of them here. So one of the things some people are saying, and to be fair, I don't know if this one is actually flat earth. This might be just short of the flat earth community here. But they're saying that the video of Tyler Robinson allegedly running across the roof, that particular video is AI, that's faked. And some of the points people have made is that, hey, I thought that this campus was just given a whole bunch of 1080 HD security cameras. This is fake. This is AI, and I'll play the video here for you and we'll walk through it as we talk about it. But take note here, of the shadow of Tyler Robinson as he runs across the roof, and the shadow disappears when he gets on this portion of the roof. Watch. I'm going to mute it. Did you see that? One more time. Running, there's the shadow. Shadow is gone when he hits the white part of the roof. They get behind the tree, and then they don't finish walking. It just stops. They're going to show it again. They're rewound it here. They get behind the tree, and then they stop. That one... Look, the reason I'm showing you guys all this is not to be like, this is what happened. It's to show you all the stuff. So I'm going to click play on this one for you. This one, obviously, I think is just out there in Narnia, but nonetheless, it's interesting. So let's watch.
Good afternoon, everyone. Now, I'm sure all of you have noticed online that a lot of people are talking about, why are these people allowed to be in this canopy? Why isn't this marked off and taped off as a crime scene? And why is this guy in the white shirt taking the most very important camera down? What do you think is the most very important camera there? Why is he taking it down? Well, here's why. Because it's not a crime scene. A crime didn't take place here, and that's not a camera. Now, before I tell you what it is, I want you to get a real good look at it.
Let me just say, I love how they put like the spooky music in the background to have that subtle psychological effect on it.
Figure out what it is yet? Okay, here's what it is. It's called a hologram projector. And if you don't believe me, you can go look them up online. And they're not cheap. They're not cheap. Usually $20 to $60, $70, $80,000 for these things. And they come in different varieties. Perfect square. And as you can tell, it's 10 foot squared, 10 foot all the way around on each square. And it's about 9 foot tall. That's because it has to be for the projection to work. Now,
projectors can be configured with mirrors to elongate the projection path and maintain picture integrity. Eyeliner displays ideally require a minimum footprint of 10 feet square and a height of 9 feet to show full-size human figures. What you are seeing is a reflected image which is so true and realistic to the original, it has become known as a virtual image. Many people perceive what they are seeing now as a 3D hologram. In fact, it is a 21st century take on a mid-19th century visual effect known as Pepper's Ghost, showing now on the relay screens. Thanks in part to the amazing optical properties of the eyeliner foil, combined with the light and picture output of Christie Digital high-definition projectors, the image has depth and opacity that actually supersedes the scale and definition of traditional 3D hologram.
like I said before, 10 foot squared, 9 foot tall. This canopy was made this size for a purpose because it is a hologram stage projection that you guys were watching.
These performers are holograms. Every series, we take one step closer to achieving all of the sci-fi dreams.
It's pretty cool. You'll never have to miss a gig again. The gig can come to you.
We travel to Paris to meet Ian O'Connell, director of the company that put this show on.
I recall we were being asked to produce a show.
So you get the gist of it. But yeah, they're saying the flat earth people are saying it was a hologram, Charlie's still alive.